All right. We're starting to see something here. Telephone pole down. It looks like somebody might have ran over that. I don't know. I'm just stuck in traffic. Hella bored. And I felt like, most of us here in California, we just about had it. I mean, this is what you get. Traffic, you get taxes, and in front of me there's a car with the Texas license plate, which is kind of fucking ironic, but I wonder if they pay a lot of taxes in Texas. But here we are in California, stuck in traffic. Fucking car's about to overheat probably. It's making weird noises again. It's just driving this rough terrain all the time. It's like go, go, go. Wake up, go. Go, go, go so you can get home. And then once you get home, you gotta go, get ready, get some rest so you can get ready to go tomorrow. And then do it all over again. But this is what you get. Endless traffic all the time. Endless accidents. It's supposed to be taking me like about an hour drive. It's gonna take me like a little over 2 hours. What has California come to? Is it like this in all the other states? Or is it just in California? I have a feeling the whole United States is suffering. Shit, at this point, the whole world. But I can't speak for that, because I have no actual experience in it. But I can tell you this. After working in California many, many years, you're not going to be able to keep up. It's designed this way. So keep on traveling and keep on going to work. I'll see you at the gas pump. Keep on pumping that gas. And if you want a Tesla drive, then go ahead and keep on charging. You got your EV vehicles, go ahead. There's going to be flying vehicles out on the field soon. There already exist, but I mean, they're going to be out here. And either way, no matter how you get to where you want to get, does it even really matter when you're just basically going there to waste your time? Well, I mean, you're gonna be productive, right? You're gonna be productive. That's the whole point of this. You're going to work, you're productive, you're living, you're being a productive citizen. Okay, I get it. But, no matter how you get there, what's the point of it if you gotta do more? Like, there's an endless void to fill when it comes to money and paying your bills. So what the fuck is the point in that matter? I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be broke, homesteading, and not have any luxuries. I don't care for that stuff. I can see why the Amish are the way they are. Now, don't take that comment to heart, because I don't want anybody's feelings to get hurt. I'm just saying, minimalist is the lifestyle that I admire. I try to minimize my carbon footprint. I try to mind my own motherfucking business, for sure. I try to minimize just my usage of things, just because, I mean, I don't hold back, Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to hold back. You're You're a human being. You were created for this world's benefits, to be used by. But with that being said, I am grateful and thankful. I'm not going to waste the resources that I've been provided by our Creator out here on earth. So I'm thankful. I appreciate these things, and I hope I keep on getting these things, and I will keep getting these things. That's why I'm not going to waste anything. If it's in my power, I will not waste. For I like the food for health, not just for taste. That probably wasn't even related to each other, but it doesn't matter. This is a YouTube channel where I can do whatever I want. I don't really care. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I'm sure there's millions of other channels out there that are to your standards. So don't worry about me. And if I'm doing this, it's because I only care about the people that like it and care about it. So if you don't, I just don't care. And I'm gonna find more nonsense stuff to talk about that's really not even related to anything, just because as I drive towards the bay, this is Oakland bound, and this is November 2025. I'd be lying if I told you exactly what day it was, but it's like the 5th or the 6th. It's like the 6th or the 7th. Most likely the 7th. But either way, this is November. Did I say November or October? This is November. So, as I find my path, like a Nissan Pathfinder, and that's just it. You got all these vehicle names like the Defender. All right, that's probably a what's it called? Range Rover type of vehicle, Land Rover type of vehicle, the Defender. I don't know. Just taking a wild guess. Then you got the Volkswagen IQ4. You got the Chrysler Pacifica, all the way from Texas. And you know, it's like, I mean, these fucking car names, man. You know, you got like the Ford Maverick that's now like a little, I don't want to say wannabe truck, but it's like, I feel like the people that have a Ford Maverick nowadays are the people that they want to think they have a truck. But it's like, you know, it's like the shopping cart version of a truck. I don't know. And it's of a bumper car. But, what was I going to say, man? With that being said, I was just going to say that, you know, for the longest time, the Maverick was actually a car back in the day. Fucking boat, pretty much. Back in the day. And then they brought it back as a truck. I thought that was kind of off the charts, but I kind of think I know why they did it. There probably wasn't room for another sedan in the Ford family. So they just decided to do, you know, a truck, which is kind of like, I don't know if it's supposed to be categorized below the Ford Ranger, I guess, which is Ford's like smaller little trucks. I think it's the smallest truck that Ford makes, the actual truck. Now you got the Ford Maverick, but like I said, I mean, it's a truck, but I feel like it's more like of a golf cart type of a truck. You know, you're not really, it's kind of, it's like a grocery run truck. Go to the grocery store with it, pick up some groceries, you know. go to the doctor with it. My bad. So we have a truck that keeps falling. Rather, a phone that keeps falling. And we have a truck that kind of sucks. That's what we're talking about right now. And we're going uphill, kind of. So, well, we are just slightly of a hill, and the slope ain't so bad. But the phone kept falling, so now we're just following along here, the Texas Chrysler Pacifica, and we're fucking rolling, man. We got another hour to go, pretty much. It ain't nothing, you know. It ain't nothing. And you also got some weird vehicle names, like the Subaru Crosstrek. I mean, what the fuck is a Crosstrek? First of all, I mean, is that like cross-country tracking? I don't know. I get it. They're off-roading, but four-wheel drives, you know? So we got the F-150 over here next to us. There's two of those. I mean, shit. Then you got the Silverado by Chevy. Now, the Chevy Silverado's been around for a long time. Originally, it's like, it was basically the rebirth or the renaming of like the Chevy pickup, which is kind of like a bigger version of like the Chevy S10s. And this is way back, you know. I'm talking about the Chevy pickup, man. That's back like in the 70s. Then they had the 60s. Man, whoa, we're going way too far. Forget all that. We're not digging into all that right now. So we do have some weird ass names though. Then we do got some cool names though. Like, for example, not related, Mercury and Mountaineer, but Mercury made a vehicle called the Mountaineer, which is just basically a Ford Explorer. It's like it was like the same equivalent back then. The parts interchanged and everything. So now you got, you know, Mercury off the map. They don't even make cars anymore. I don't even know who bought them out. But Mercury Mountaineer, that was kind of a good name for a vehicle. See, I feel like Subaru should have made like the Subaru Mountaineer or Jeep Mountaineer. Ha, the Jeep Mountaineer, that would have been a good fucking vehicle, just like the Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Mountaineer, shit. Call them up, let them know. And you know, Mercury made a couple other vehicles before they made out. Mercury, man, what was it? Can't even remember, but they made some good solid ones that were really good for a while. And then they just stopped making them. They fell off the map. Mercury Mountaineer. Can't remember the name of that one. They had like a four-door sedan, which was the equivalent of like a Ford Tempo. That was a good car. The Mercury, can't remember right now, I guess, but it don't matter. But I do know that Ford Tempo was a good car for a while. They were experimenting, I think. A lot of those technologies were newer, and I personally had a Tempo. I want to say it was a 91 Ford Tempo, 91. Broke down on me one time in the parking lot of a Walmart, and it was like the starter solenoid or some weird thing like that. Ended up having to get the car towed after I spent like a whole day trying to walked to an auto parts store miles away, came back, replaced the part, still didn't work. It was a combination of things. I was a young buck, man. I was probably like in my 20s, early 20s. I didn't know much about, and I still don't, much about fixing cars, but now I could probably, you know, kick an engine around or something and something will happen. Before I wouldn't even do that. So now I'll throw something at it and we'll figure something out. But back then, you know, that's what you had, man. Things like the Ford Tempo, the Ford Escort. Oh man, you got all kinds of cars back then that were just kind of like, I don't know. And I'm not going way back like the Ford Pinto. This is you know, I think the Ford made a Falcon, but this is way back. And and I'm not going way back then. I'm going like 90s. Good cars, good quests. You know, they've always made the Mustangs, but that's always going to be around. I really think they fucked up on the Mustangs lately when they try to make that electric car with it looks all shitty, and I don't know if it's like a half-breed of an electric vehicle versus gas, and it looks weird, to say the least. If you haven't seen the new Mustangs, look them up. Not to mention, one of them had like a weird electronic malfunction where it like pinned up the driver. The car pinned itself up against the wall on a freeway or highway as it was driving fast. Eventually, the wall ended and the car kept turning towards its right and crashed into some other vehicles. I think the driver was okay. I don't know. Look that up. It's got to be everywhere on YouTube or on social media. I'm not talking shit about that, but that's what happened. And I don't like the look of the Mustang. Period. You got other shit out there, like, I mean, there's so many. Ford, I mean, they made so many vehicles, you know, it's just so many out there. You know, you got Dodge, which is a branch, Chrysler, you know, it's like these companies make sub-companies. Chrysler's owned by Jeep, or Jeep is owned by Chrysler, whatever, vice versa. It's the same shit. You know, you got Ford, Mercury was the same company, Lincoln equals Ford, Toyota equals Lexus, Scion, you know, you got all kinds of stuff like that. And we could just go on and on and on, but I'm not really here for that. I'm here just to make pointless fucking content. I was gonna say pointless facts, but I mean, well, I guess they can be facts even if they're pointless, huh? Yeah. I'm here to make pointless facts. Or remind you of them, they're already there. Free advertising up here for this flooring.com. Alright. So here we go. Now, you might have to excuse me for a minute because there's just a lot. There's so much. There's so much in reality. There's so much. And you'd be surprised. You know? But you can't talk about it all at once. It wouldn't even be healthy for you. Now, speaking about cars, what is the car that you see broken down on the side of the road the most? A certain brand, a certain make that you always see out there that's like, damn, there it is again. I know Ford had that reputation, found on the road dead. I mean, I've owned a few Fords, you know. I actually own a couple even now, or one, just one. I own one Ford now, and it does its job. It does its due diligence. You know, I mean, parts go out here and there just like normal wear and tear. It's a 2015, you know, one of those transit vans. I think it's called the Transit 150. Fucking ironically, see what I'm saying? I didn't even want to, but here we are again. So they got the Ford F-150, which is a truck. F-250, F-350, F-450, all that. I think they go all the way up to F-550. They might even go higher. I don't even know. I'm no expert at this. But then they have the van, the new series of vans, work vans and passenger vans, which is kind of the continuation of the van that's right in front of us, actually. Right in front of us, we have a Ford Econoline F-250, I believe. It might be a F-350 if it's a little bit bigger, but at least it might be a F-250, that's the van line right there, F-250. No, I'm so sorry about that. It's the E-250 with the E, because the van line is the E series. The truck line is the F series, just so we could get that out of the way. So you got the trucks, F-150, F-250, F-350. Then you got the vans, E-250, E-350, whatever. So when they made the new versions of these vans, the E's, now they're calling them Transits. So they're Ford Transits, and I have the 150, Ford Transit 150. Then they make a Ford Transit 250. Ford Transit, I don't know how much bigger they go, but it doesn't matter, because then I know they got those versions but with the high roofs. But that's a whole nother story. We're not here to talk about heights on those vehicles. Or are we? Fuck. We're not here to do anything in general, let alone motherfucking talk about this or talk about that. We can talk about anything we want to or we don't want to. Here, let's pass this guy. I think the traffic jam has came and gone. So now we can speed up a little bit. All right. Focus, focus, focus as you're riding along in this car ride, in this economy, failed economy. And would you say that you have a failed government? It's up to you. I'll let you make the call. Is your government failing you? Oh, for fuck's sakes. So you got the Chevys, the Malibu. That's a crazy series right there. I think they started making the Malibus again, like even now. I know they made them a few years ago again, but I think they're still making them now in 2025, 26. Malibu they had a good run. The Impala for the the Chevy was a good competition for the Malibu. They had some little economical versions, which was more kind of like I think it was like the Chevy Sparks. That was later on. They had some little crazy cheap cars, man, for a little bit. Everybody was going green. Everybody wanted to go green. For a while there, I thought gas was gonna go away. But now we got gas surpassing, it looks like, electronic vehicles. I don't know, there's big competition, but at the same time, I don't think the world is ready to make that change as much as we want to, as much as we should. You think it'll ever get to that point where there's no gas vehicles? But then at that point, we'd probably have to be running electric lawnmowers 100%, electric power tools 100%, no more gas power tools. I don't know. You tell me. So, does it matter? Personally, I mean, I'm easygoing, so I'm gonna do whatever is available. I mean, I would want to go electric and just see the world move towards that direction. Fucking what's her name? That one little girl. I forgot her name, man. She's not a little girl. She's a young woman. I don't know. And then they found out she was lying and all of that. I don't know. The girl, she was like all pro-green and all of this for the world. And there's a lot of people out there that are activists, pro-green activists, that want to recycle, they want to reduce, they want to reuse and close the loop. And I try to do my part. For example, I don't really like to partake in taking cans to recycle or bottles for money, but it's just a lot of work. But I still save the cans and the bottles, and I either give them away or I drop them off, or I try to do something of that nature where